and welcome back to my playthrough of Agents of SMERSH. As far as I know, there weren't any hiccups whatsoever, which kind of proves how simple this game actually is, to be honest. So if even I can do a video without any major goofs, I think, yeah, that's a job well done. And yeah, let's get started with Nika Shizuka. She currently has still 2 wounds, but she can take up to 4. So right now I'm still feeling kind of okay for her to not rest, because Dexter Cain needs to rest this round. So let's have her move here to Ottawa region. Let's flip over the location token, and here we have to deal with Pierre again. Pierre is a henchman who already leveled up to level 2. Now we have to test persuasion -1 to outsmart Pierre's goons and have them turn against their boss. And unfortunately, her persuasion is only a 1, so she would not be allowed to draw 1 additional die unless I'm willing to spend 1 resolve, and I think this is what I need to do. Yeah, I think I have to swallow the pill here, so I will spend 1 resolve in order to draw another die. And I'm really hoping for something good. Remember, I cannot spend another resolve for a reroll. And that's only the blue one. That's 2 successes if I'm not mistaken. Yeah, that's the Arkham Horror experience. Okay, that will be a tough one, I guess. But before I roll, I will remember her watch status, so I'm allowed to check out the next villain card. And as this shows a 2, I think I will get rid of it right away. Yeah, then it's time to roll some dice, and yeah, really hoping for a success here. And awesome! Wow, she is a star. Oh wow, that's so excellent. So we regain 1 resolve and we can flip up 1 intel anywhere. That's cool. But of course this guy goes now straight to level 3, and then we would have to test deception -2. And of course we can advance the location track. Accordingly, we gain another resolve, and then we are allowed to flip any 1 intel. And I think I want to go with this intel that's right next to Cerberus here. And even though if you would lose this token would stay face up basically until the end of the game. That's a tech 1. Tech is okay. We may need it as of level 3 of the Dr. Logo track here, so we will definitely keep it for sure. Awesome. Of course, we still have to resolve our end of turn event here. And now the US president admits he's depressed. There is no way to defeat SMERSH, he says. Wow, we would remove intel from Africa. We don't have any intel in Africa. We would add intel to Berlin, and we would have to close Dakar. So here is Berlin, and here is the closed airport of Dakar. Then we move over to Dexter Cain. He will simply rest, which means we will lose 2 wounds. You can only ever rest if you have at least 2 of those wound tokens. But then you skip all of the encounter phase. You're not allowed to move, and the problem is you have to resolve 2 of those villain advancement cards. Let's go for the first one. And here we have the airport security at all-time high. Okay, we will remove intel from North America. That's a bummer. That's really a bummer, because we had 2 tokens here, but we are allowed to add an intel token to Mumbai here, and the airport of Lagos will close too. Unfortunately, this was only the first of our 2 end of turn events, so you really get punished when you do nothing to save Earth. And here's our second card, which says a Pacific island is covered with hypnotized workers. Okay, we would remove intel from South America. That's fine, we don't have any. And we would add intel to the Pacific Ocean, which is pretty much here. Wow, no one really wants to go there. And we have to close the airport of Casablanca, which really sucks, because we have already closed down 4 airports in Africa. That's really a blow. Next round we start with Agent U00 Snowcat, and I think she's still on an airport that's working, and she wants to go to Mumbai here for this intel token. And in the later turn she could go to Kolkata to complete her secret mission. So let's move her here with an airport, or with a fly action pretty much. We want, let's go with 1 more intel for now. No, let's go for it. We will put it into our intel pool and then we would resolve our encounter here. And I think that's our first Asia encounter here. And hey, we have to do a con job from response group B this time. And I guess we had this one before. I remember using Persuade for her. And I think this time I will go for it Maya. I'm still hoping for her seduction advanced skill, to be honest. So yeah, it's 43.5 and we get an intel card with intel. That's 43.5 and 3 it is. Okay, we will move to Macau. Oh, crap. Ah, that's so crap. Yeah, but I cannot. That's fine. It's still next to Kolkata. Okay, I will move her there. You are deep undercover inside the Asian mafia. At the casinos, they run rigged roulette tables and card tables with hidden cameras and skilled croupiers. You have all the information you need, but as you head for the door, 6 men block your way. The boss wants to see you, says one, while another rips off your wig. He accidentally steps on your new Italian shoes. Wow! Will these guys ever learn to lay off the shoes? Really make you obsessed. We would have to test hand-to-hand -1. We could pass it with speed or weapons use. We have neither of those. Yeah, but I think we have to go with hand-to-hand, and I upgraded this to level 2, which is a good thing. So we are allowed to get 1 extra die from the back. But before we do that, let's draw our villain card. And I think because of our watch status, so yeah, I think let's discard this one too. And then we move over to the actual encounter. Of course, we start with our yellow die here. We would draw 1 more. That's the green die, which is also not so nice. It has 3 successes at least, but also 2 injuries on it. So yeah, let's roll those dice. Okay, awesome. That's a heal. How cool is that? A heal and a success. Wow, that's really awesome job, Agent Nika Shizuka. So let's quickly heal her. That's already a good start. And then we move to the pass effect. You headbutt the one nearest you and take his gun. 2 of them grab you, but you backflip out of their grasp. You shoot 2 of them and the rest take cover, pulling guns out of their jackets. You run through the front door, glass shattering in the wake of the gunfire. 1 intel. Cool. And I think I will go for this phase up one here, so I know what I get. And again, I need this as of level 3 anyway, so this is definitely something we get for sure. And yeah, that was pretty cool encounter, or pretty successful encounter. And then let's draw our end of turn event. The Soviets deny UN access to SMERSH archives. We would remove intel from Asia, that's USSR particularly, that's okay. And we would add intel to Reykjavik, which is up here next to closed airport, so not quite sure whenever we go there. So we are now at 3 intel. 1 is next to Dexter Cain here, so I think, yeah, he should move there. The other 2s are in very remote locations. Not quite sure if I ever wanted to go there, but that's the end of Nika's turn. It's over to him. Let's totally move him here to Berlin. We would trade in this intel token for yet another location token. So let's see where this one goes. That's in Seattle, or basically at the other side of the world. But the good thing right now, there is still another open airport right next to it, but it could close anytime soon, to be honest. And yeah, he still has to resolve his encounter in Berlin. And here we have the Great Escape, Response Group J. And here we have Into the Lion's Stand, A Strange Obsession, I'm Your Biggest Fan, Good Spy, Bad Spy, Act Uninterested and Be Nice. His spy graft is at 2, his deception is at 2. So I think, I may go for Good Spy, Bad Spy in this case. Yeah, why not? So it's 26, 4 and 5. You're being interrogated by 2 Soviet agents, and they remind you of Laurel and Hardy, and you're having difficulty keeping a straight face. The short fat one tells the tall thin one to fetch the electrodes, and he comes back with a box with 2 long wires trailing from it. As he gets closer to you, he trips on the wires and falls headlong, activating the current. As he does, exasperated, his partner goes to help him, but fails to turn off the electricity and also gets zapped. Okay, now we would have to test Spycraft -2. Oh, that's a blow, because Spycraft is right now at a 2, so we don't get any extra dice. So let's have him spend one resolve to grab at least one out of the bag. And let's hope for a lot of guns on this die, and that's the red die. Okay, the red die is definitely something, so let's roll those. Yes, wow, it was a success on the yellow die. Who thought about this? But I take it anyway, you managed to stop laughing long enough to free yourself. Not quite sure what those guys are, or what I'm saying right now, but I'm leaving anyway, and I'm the cool agent now. And cool is not good enough word to describe you. When you fail a persuasion or athletics test, you may reroll a single die once. That's cool, that's an ongoing ability. Or I can discard this card to reroll a single die in any test you fail. So that's really a pretty cool status. Let's draw our end of turn event here, which reports that 3 passenger planes disappear over the Atlantic. Wow, we would add intel to Athens and we would close the airport of the current city, which doesn't have one. Berlin doesn't have an airport. Okay, that's a good thing in this case, but we would still allow to add 1 intel to Athens. Awesome. I think I will do one last round in this video, so let's have Nika move to Kolkata, which allows her to complete her secret mission, so she will draw 2 more at the end of the round, and we also gain our reward after we have gotten our encounter. But even if we are getting moved somewhere else, we are still okay. This is really the first thing that happens during the encounter phase. But let's see what happens. Dead man tell no tales, response group I in this case. And I think she wants to go with the better part of valor here, because maybe it sounds adventuring. So yeah, let's go for 6. So it's 23 6, and there was no intel this time, so it's 23 6 and 1. As a favor to a friend who is a principal of a local school, you have agreed to give a speech to her students on working in the diplomatic service. Somehow you have got to make summit meetings and economic conferences sound interesting. On the morning of your talk, you're waiting nervously as your friend introduces you. We can test persuasion. Oh, awesome! It is an adventure. We will pass with adventurer, which she has. So let's slide it down right away. After staring at the heads of the audience and stammering for what feels like 10 minutes, but is really only a second or 2, you eventually start talking. And what a talk! Excitement, foreign travel, 5-star cuisine, 15-year-olds are now determined to become diplomats. We are getting the cool agent, awesome, which is really good for her, because rerolls are always great in this case. And of course we have completed our secret mission, and I guess I want to go for a top secret card. I also could go for a resolve, I could go for UN transport. I think I really want to have this top secret card here, and have we ruse the gear. Awesome! Wow! Flip up 2 intel in the pool or heal all injuries. You can use that anytime to discard. I will totally go for it right away. Wow, what a great card. Let's go for this one. That's another tag. And here we have the weapons information, which is pretty cool, and which we could use for basically all of the levels on the Dr. Lobo track. Wow, that's really cool stuff. And then we would draw 2 more fate cards to basically form a new secret mission. So here we have Lagos. Ah, that's bad because the airport is closed, and the second one is Moscow. Okay, not quite sure if we will be able to really complete its second secret mission, at least for her. But yeah, let's wait and see. And we still have to resolve her end of turn event. So let's see what she gets. Taj Mahal stormed by protesters and covered in graffiti. Wow. We add intel to Ottawa, and we would close the airport of the current city. Again, we don't have an airport here. Cool stuff. So let's add 1 intel token to Ottawa, and then we move over to Cerberus, and I think he will spend 1 of his 2 UN transport tokens to directly fly over to Seattle here. So now imagine this dotted line like in the Indiana Jones movies. Moving over here to Seattle. Let's see who we have to fight there. And that's Mr. Big. Let me zoom in a little bit in order to show you I'm not cheating here, because that's our one and only level 1 henchman right now. And in order to defeat him, we have to test hand to hand to avoid getting put down by Mr. Big. Okay, we still have a hand to hand of only 1 from Dexter Cain, so that's a good thing. We are allowed to draw 1 die out of the bag. So let's do that. What did we get? That's the black die. Wow! How cool is that? Okay, let's roll this die. Again, it's the yellow die, which is successful. Unbelievable. But I'll take it anyway, of course. We can now up any skill. We would have to level up Mr. Big himself. And I think I want to upgrade Persuasion here. But what's more important, we are now only 1 step close to actually ending the game. Not necessarily winning the game, but we would be allowed to end the game at least. Of course, he has to resolve his end of turn. And here it says worldwide food production diminishes due to sterilization agent found in water supply. We will add intel to Cairo, which brings us to our overflow limit, but we are still okay. And we have to close the airport of Macau. So here is the intel for Cairo, here is the airport lockdown token, and that's about it for this round, I think. And I also think I want to end my playthrough for today. I think the next episode might as well be the last one already. Overall, it's really a relatively quick game unless you're really playing it with 4 players or so. But yeah, I really hope you're still enjoying this. Hopefully I didn't mess up any of the rules. And yeah, hope to see you soon in one of my other videos, and until then, bye bye.